If you have a sex dream about someone other than your partner, should you be worried? Do you have this question? Do you have sex dreams about other people? Do you even remember your dreams in the first place? Okay, to answer this question, there really are two parts. One is about dream interpretation in general, and the other is about sex dreams about someone other than your partner. So let me begin by telling you about dream interpretation in general. As human beings, we have our brilliant conscious minds. We have our bodies that sometimes communicate with us, telling us when there's pain or pleasure, let's hope. And then we also have a part of ourselves which is unconscious, which has retained all kinds of memories and various beliefs we have about ourselves and guidance and intuition. And I'm not being super technical. I'm just saying that the unconscious contains all the things that we are not directly aware of, that are not in our regular consciousness. And when we go to sleep, we exit our regular consciousness and our brain waves change. We go into a different consciousness. And in that different consciousness, our unconscious can communicate with us. So when our unconscious, which is a part where, as I've said, there are memories, there's also wisdom, when that part of us wants to give us guidance, it can't just send a text. It can't just put words like a blimp banner in the sky. It doesn't just send us words with the message. Our unconscious has to be rather creative and generally communicates in images. If you have a dream, let's say, in which it's sunny skies, the weather is good, and then things become stormy and a big tree falls over in your dream, that does not mean that the weather's about to change and a tree is about to fall on your house. It also doesn't mean nothing. Some people think it just means nothing. It's just some random image floating by. That's fine. But if that's your approach to dreams, you probably don't have a question about sex dreams. But if dreams are actually meaningful, they're not literal, they're poetic, they're images. And so there are many different ways to interpret that dream. But one of them is that your body is your house. It's where you feel safe. It's where you rest. Your mind goes out and has all kinds of intellectual adventures. And then you come back home to your body. So if the weather changes and the tree falls over, maybe it's saying you should pay more attention to your health. I don't really know. I don't do dream interpretation, but what I do know is that there are many different schools of thought on dream interpretation. And one of the ones that I'm most of an affinity for is the dream interpretation approach, in which everything in your dream represents something that's relevant for you, that your unconscious is conveying through images. So now let's talk about how that applies to a sex dream. So a sex dream is not like a video of your life, of the literal things that happen. A sex dream also is a way that your unconscious is communicating to you. So maybe it's communicating that you want more vitality in your life, more pleasure, more excitement. Maybe it's encouraging you to take risks. Who knows? But when it comes to your unconscious communicating with you, there's no reason for it to stick to dreams about your partner. It may be a sex dream about someone that you should never be thinking about sexually. It may be an old lover and it's about comfort. It can mean so many different things. But the bottom line is that there is no reason to be concerned about the state of your marriage or the state of your sex life if you have a sex dream about someone else. Now, it is interesting to note who it's with and if you actually are attracted to that person. But if that is the case, my recommendation is that you focus on how you feel, how vibrant, how alive, how beautiful, how free you feel in your sex dream with that person, and channel that vibrancy, that freedom, that pleasure, and bring it into the very real sex that you're having with your partner.